Here we are. It's a lovely day at Jackson and Company, 707 Hawthorne, and we are looking at the air conditioning for the building. What you see here is condensate that is not coming out of the drain pipe. It is leaking in a general way from the bottom of the machine out onto the landscape. Behind the unit there is a large gap that cold air is blowing out of. There. Lots of air coming out of here. See it blowing. Water's coming out all around the machine, even places like this where there's goo. The repairmen that have looked at it called this algae. Okay, the next thing we want to do is go in and take a look at the work that was done inside. We're in the conference room. This is shades of 1988. First thing we'll look at is the place where the ductwork connects to the machinery outside. We're now in the tasting room. So what we discovered by taking out the floors is that the water from the machine is not all going outside, it's being kicked back inside the building and it's leaking inside. So the wooden beam is turned into topsoil and it's completely deteriorated. And what you see out, this is the exterior brick veneer, and it's normally would be butted up to the sill, wooden sill, which is decomposed and turned into mush. My fear here is that we could get a mold problem, and this could cause serious illness with anybody who's exposed to the mold. The beam is about half there. The top half is sort of solid, but it's needing to be replaced. The next one over, again, it's like goo. Just using a pair of scissors and going right through the wood all the way to the brick on the outside. So again, it's like topsoil. Alfonso has installed new joists butting up to the old joist, new joist, new joist, old joist, new joist, old, next one is just an old one. A little prop over there, 2x4, treated wood, and another new 2x12 fastened on. And so this was not in Alfonso's original bid. It was additional work that we need to have authorized to replace the missing beam. The plenum should be graduated in size from the origin at the machine to the destination at the far end, so that the velocity of air is maintained throughout the length of the pipe, and it loses velocity. This was Randolph's office or Corey's office, and at this end there's cold air right at the top of the duct, but there's no velocity of air moving out. They say that there should be 150 cubic feet per minute at each of the ducts. And that's what's specified on the architectural floor plan for the air conditioning. And we're getting no airflow at the far end. If I put a Kleenex here, it wouldn't move. It would just lay flat across this surface. Same thing at the other end. It's cold, but there's no airflow at all. There's no velocity of air coming up. So then, back in the conference room, going into Rebecca's office at the east end of the building. Alfonso did some repairs. This part of the floor was sagging at the baseboard where the floor meets up. Alfonso jacked it up and he added these 3 little joists to help reinforce that area, and I'm going to jump down in there, show you this. The lighting isn't very good, but let's see. This is the concrete foundation, and this is a new 2x4 treated wood that Alfonso installed, and right here is the concrete foundation for the porch at the front of the house. And up here is the top of the sill, which the bottom part is rotted away, which is why that's part of the floor was sagging. This is needing to be replaced. We need to add a piece of wood here to help prop up the floor and bring it back up to close this gap, help support the floor. Okay, again, we're in Rebecca's office. The machines are outside, and there's a little bit of airflow here. It's not much better than the other side. Cold air, but just a little bit of velocity, not 150 cubic feet per minute, what's specified on the architectural plans.